Isn't it? U.S. Congressman John Shadegg recently said that he's cautiously optimistic about the economy improving, and he's on the phone with us live this morning to explain some of his opinions on that, and we'll talk about some other issues too. Congressman, good morning.
How are you, Scott?
We're doing just fine. We hope you're well on this Friday morning. So are the arrows finally pointing at least slightly upward for this economy?
Well, in some areas they are, although upward might be an overstatement. What it appears is that there are some indicators that we're close to hitting or have hit the bottom in the real estate market, at least in some parts of the country. And I just choose to be optimistic. I think there are some indicators that this may in fact stay, economic development may stay flat for a while. But we're not going to go a lot deeper. There will be some indicators suggesting we're going deeper. For example, some of those are lagging indicators. Unemployment is a lagging indicator. Some people say when unemployment begins to peak, that's when you start to turn around. So I think there's reason to be hopeful. Nobody can predict when it's going to turn around, but I think there are a lot of people holding back, even more than perhaps they need to, because they haven't figured out yet when the downturn's going to at least flatten out.
And certainly so many job concerns out there for so many people.
Yeah.
You're not a big supporter of the stimulus. You really never have been. But do you think, at least in part, there's the federal government has done some good things in terms of putting all these billions into the economy, and that could be contributing to the upswing?
Well, no. I think what the federal government spending may have done is it may be creating some jobs for some people, and the problem with those kind of jobs is that they will be temporary. Sadly, this bill did not contain a lot of infrastructure spending. Only 6% of it went to infrastructure. 3% went to road infrastructure. That's not the kind of funding that some of us wanted. It's not the kind of funding that you would do if you really thought Keynesian economics was going to work. Unfortunately, the first stimulus bill that the Congress passed was just an amalgamation of projects. Now, some of those projects will help people. Some of those projects will assist people who need health care. For example, there was a huge expansion of Medicaid. It won't do harm in the short term. It's not yet clear whether it will do good in the short term.
Congressman, let me sneak in one more question here. We've got about a minute left, and I was reading a press release of yours yesterday, and you blasted President Obama's cap-and-trade plan. That plan would fine companies that go above a certain pollution level. I think you called it a life tax. So here's my question. Why shouldn't the government fine companies that pollute the air that we all breathe?
Well, they should. And then that goes to the question of whether or not carbon dioxide is a pollutant, and whether or not carbon dioxide, because this is not other pollutants. It's no other pollutant other than carbon dioxide, which you breathe out as you sit there right now, Scott, and animals breathe out, and other greenhouse gases, including methane. But the one they want to tax is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has not ever been considered a pollutant. The issue is man-made carbon dioxide, or man-made greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, causing greenhouse warming, and is the remedy to increase the cost of everything you and I buy. This will not just increase the cost of the energy you and I buy in terms of electricity. It will mean everything you buy, right down to a ham sandwich, will go up in cost. I think there are steps we can take short of that. I think conserving energy, insulating homes, insulating buildings, doing things that both reduce greenhouse gases and reduce our consumption of energy are a better first step than imposing a new tax or a new cost on everything you and I buy when the economy is in the condition it's in.
Okay, we'll let that be the last word. Congressman John Shadegg, thanks very much. Have a good weekend, okay?
Thank you.